Yo, ¿cómo están? This is Wild on Tuesday, and thank you for joining my channel. Please hit the like, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe and the bell for future notifications. This week, we're going to be going over a topic I do get questions about. What's the difference between a charter and a chapter? We'll go over this topic right after the intro. Let's go. Yo, ¿cómo están? It's Wild on Tuesday, and again, thank you for joining me on my channel. This week's topic, we're going to be going over a question that people do ask a lot. What's the difference between a charter and a chapter? So, when you kind of try to research this, there's not much out there that really separates the two and lets people get an understanding. So, the understanding I have, like I said, this is not totally 100% probably the holy grail of what it is. But the way I try to separate it is, but you don't get confused when you see someone that has a charter member patch, or they're a charter member. They are the founder of their chapter, and they're considered a charter member. But a charter, if you try to separate things almost like a franchise, right? You have a corporation, and some could be independently owned, and there's some that are just corporate owned. So look at chapters like a corporation that is corporate owned, right? They have a hierarchy of a national president, national officers. They have regional presidents, regional officers. They have state and state officers. So there's a little hierarchy of officers throughout the whole nation, right? And it's just like a corporation. Usually all the franchises from that corporation have to stick to exactly just about what that corporation wants. A charter, on the other hand, really does not have a national president or national officers or regionals or state bosses. Each charter itself is its own little entity in a way that it's a franchise but it's independently owned. So it's just like when you go to McDonald's and it says participation may vary. Every charter may vary the way they run their club. Ultimately, also, when there's a vote in the chapter, the votes work differently compared to charters. Each charter, everybody in that charter votes. So that charter itself, after all the voting is done, is considered one vote for the nation. So each charter votes, and each charter is considered one point, either yay or nay. So it kind of brings a separation of what a charter and a chapter is. Then the conversation get into probate and prospect, right? There's different conversations and different aspects of this. But that's the understanding that some folks might have to see. And that's how some people can avoid some things like from RICO or so, right? So it all depends on what you're looking at. There's a lot of clubs out there. There's big clubs that are charter clubs, and all the other ones are chapters. So this is a very short video, but a little separation. I was trying to put in layman's terms a way so people can kind of understand. And I use the corporation and franchise, what's corporately owned and independently owned franchise. So if anyone probably in the comments section wants to put something there, and any experience, please don't hesitate to put it down there. I mean, a lot of people get in this debate or type it up. There's not much out there on this. So again, the differences that you can see, also the major ones come through voting, right? A lot of chapters, they have the national board, and they ultimately come out with this vote that will affect the whole nation. When the charters go for a vote, it's like, for instance, we just say for the United States. The United States is a table. All the charters, all the charters in the United States is considered like a one person. So each charter is like one person vote. So when that charter itself has their round table and they vote, that one vote is considered one person. So if there's, let's say, 20 charters in the nation, there's 20 votes. So it's a different way of running a club. Not to say one's better than the other. I mean, you look at history and see what has failed and what has not. Some people say the charters lean a little better of what has not failed. But ultimately, again, guys, this is it. Very short video. I just see that topic being asked all the time. I mean, I asked that back in the day myself, knowing what the hell the difference in the charter, the chapter, the probate prospect. Through over the years, I mean, that's what you kind of learn. All right, guys. Till next week, I gotta fill up with gas. Much love and respect. Peace.